Last year, Hamilton did not have a good car.
It's a shit fox.
He was fighting in the midfield for the entire season, and it was the first time since 2013 where he did not have a championship winning car. It was probably the worst season of his career as he did not have any wins, any pole positions, and finished 6th in the driver standings. To make matters worse, his teammate Russell beat him by 35 points. Some of the older pundits claim that Hamilton is finished because he lost to his teammate. But I don't think those claims are true. He had good races, especially in the second half of last season. I think that he lost to Russell mainly because of bad luck. Incidents such as crashes, safety cars, and mechanical failures have hampered many races for him. So let's look back at races last year where he was very unlucky. Saudi was a race of bad timing for Hamilton. When the safety car came out, he could not pit because he was on a different strategy. When the virtual safety car came out, he still could not pit because the pit lane was closed. Both these incidents lost him a lot of lap time, and in the end, he only managed to get a solitary point. In Australia, Hamilton pitted, and just on his out lap, the safety car was deployed. His teammate Russell pitted under the safety car and got track position, which eventually led to his podium finish. The race at Miami was similar to Australia. Hamilton pits and Russell stays out. Later, when the safety car is deployed, Russell makes his pit stop, and with massive tire advantage, he passes Hamilton in the last stint of the race. In Spain, Magnussen hit Hamilton on lap 1, which forced him to pit and relegated him to last position. From then, he did a stunning drive to finish P5, which should have been second without the lap 1 incident. At his home race, Hamilton was catching signs which would lead to a P2 finish. But his biggest rival of the year, the safety car, was deployed. After the safety car, he made that famous overtake on Leclerc and Perez and was P2 again.
Leclerc, through goes Hamilton! Unbelievable stuff!
But then, Perez goes off the track and then pushes Hamilton in the next corner and does not get a penalty from the FIA, which was really unfair. Hamilton ends up finishing P3, but at least he got a podium at his home race. In Hungary, a DRS failure in qualifying denied Hamilton the chance to get pole position. A masterful race the next day saw him gain 5 positions and finish in second place, with only the DRS failure stopping him from getting his maiden win of the season. At the Dutch Grand Prix, Verstappen needs to make his second pit stop and then overtake both Mercedes cars to win the race ahead of Hamilton. But a virtual safety car caused by Yuki Tsunoda allowed Verstappen to lead the race after making his pit stop. Well, Hamilton should have finished second, right? Maybe not if you copy Ferrari's strategy. In Brazil, Hamilton started in the front row, but his chance of a win was taken away when Verstappen crashed into him at the safety car restart. In Abu Dhabi, Hamilton was looking at a nailed-on 5th place finish, but a mechanical failure in the last 3 laps forced him to retire. And the saddest part of this was that he could not do donuts with Vettel at his last race. To summarize, Hamilton lost a lot of points through no fault of his own, which affected his position in the driver's standings. He also had no wins or pole positions last year because of bad luck. So it was a tough year, especially after how 2021 ended for him. He wanted to fight back, but he had no tools at his disposal. However, Hamilton's attitude last year has to be appreciated. He matured as he got older and he became more of a team player. When it became clear that Mercedes won't fight for the championship, Hamilton helped in the development of the car. He conducted setup experiments in the first half of the year to understand porpoising better. During race weekends, he focused less on pure performance and more on car development. These efforts eventually paid off in the second half of the season. At the Dutch Grand Prix, United States Grand Prix, Mexican Grand Prix and Brazilian Grand Prix, Mercedes had a fast car because of Hamilton's sacrifice earlier on in the season. Let's hope that Mercedes improved their car over the winter so that Hamilton can fight for his historic 8th World Drivers' title.